Yes, I
Hey,
am.
I'm Bethany. It's
Hi,
nice to meet you. Is this your first time at the Writing Center?
Yes, yes it is.
All right, well, it's nice to see you here.
Thank you.
What are you working on today?
Well, I have this paper.
Okay.
My professor told me I had to come here and, get it looked at. I don't know, I've never been here before, I don't know what to do.
Okay, that's fine. Well, usually when people come into the Writing Center with a piece of writing, we ask them to read it out loud, and there are a couple reasons for that. Just so you can hear what your own writing sounds like.
Okay.
And also, you can catch any errors that you find that you've made. And sometimes people will read one word or one phrase and have written another, and sometimes the other is what they actually meant. And so it's just a good way for you to analyze and reflect on your own writing. Are you comfortable with doing that?
I guess so, yeah. I don't know, I'm just really just looking to get my paper, get it polished.
Okay, did you have any specific things you wanted to work on? Organization, flow, transitions, grammar, punctuation, spelling, anything like that?
I don't know. I never really done this before. It's kind of new to me.
Okay, that's fine. Well, let's just take a look at it and see what we can see.
Okay. You just want me to read through it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Where's your thesis statement? Can you find your thesis statement in here and just kind of describe it to me?
No. I don't know. I really just kind of wrote this. My thesis statement, I don't know. I really have trouble with that.
Okay, no, that's fine. Well, I noticed in your conclusion, you said, I would definitely attend a public institution. So it seems as if you're arguing in favor of the public institution?
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Okay, so in that case, I would take, a portion of this sentence and bring it up here. So as soon as, right after your intro, as soon as they start reading, they can know you're defending the public institution.
Okay.
Because although you discuss both private and public institutions and their merits and disadvantages, you want your reader to know what your thesis is right away.
Right. Oh, they made a mistake right there.
Okay, can I stop you for a second?
Yeah.
Right here in these two sentences, it almost seems like you have a period here, but it almost seems like you could join them together.
Oh, what do you mean?
Like in private schools offer
Would that be the right thing to do?
I mean, it's up to you. It's your writing. But
Well,
it is one thing you could do.
I know it's my writing, but I mean, would you recommend I do that?
Well, the reason I suggest this is because your second sentence right here, while I would recommend if you wanted to keep it with one sentence, it would read as private students with a diverse education.
Okay.
Hey, are you Gerard?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Bethany. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
What are you working on today?
Well, I really don't know. I haven't really started it yet. I just don't know what to do yet.
Okay, do you have an assignment sheet?
Yeah, it's done.
What class is it for?
It's for my ISS class,
Okay.
and I don't know. It's this assignment right here.
Okay, so it's a personal narrative about how you feel about MSU.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't seem like it was for the point of the class. I don't know. My class is about global economies, and I guess he's trying to get a feel for us. I just don't know. I don't even know I don't know where to start with this. I don't know what.
I mean, it's cool. Okay, so let's do a little brainstorming, shall we?
Okay.
So what do you think of when you think of MSU?
Huh?
Just when you think of MSU, what do you think of? Just words. Shoot them at me.
Trees.
Okay, trees.
The river.
Okay.
Somewhere that. I think that's about it. I guess. I don't know.
Okay, so you're really focusing on just the environment mostly. It seems like.
Yeah, you could
Okay.
say that. I don't know.
Well, since it's a narrative, I mean, you could think about doing a piece that just kind of narrates your walk to class or to wherever on campus, starting in one place and then passing all these beautiful buildings.
Or, I mean, how do I fit this all on a paper though? I don't.
I mean, well, you could do it if you go that route. You could start from your dorm. What dorm do you? Okay, and then we can just continue on like that, just in a linear fashion, just continuing.
Okay.
Do you
Okay.
kind of getting a feel for it?
Yeah, I kind of do, but I mean, like, how do I structure this? Like, how do I organize the paper? I don't.
Well, because it's a personal narrative, you can probably
I mean, do I need like specific like paragraphs, or I don't know what?
well, you could probably break it up into paragraphs, just like based on the different things that you're discussing. So if you're starting at Owen and talking about your dorm and your roommate and like how that experience was for you,
Yeah.
and then you could probably start a new paragraph when it would be like a new paragraph, new section kind of thing.
Okay. All right, that makes sense.
Do you kind of see like where I'm going with that?
Yeah,
Do you
yeah,
like
yeah.
that idea? Is
No,
that...
I do. That's cool. I like that. I like that. Like, so I can talk about each paragraph will be about a different thing.
Right, right.
Yeah. For the personal narrative, is this all I need to cover? She says I need to, it needs to be also, I need to like give my feelings about the stuff. Is that?
I mean, you can start talking about how you were nervous, your AOP experience and all that, and then nervous, getting used to the roommate. How did you feel?
Is
at
that like
time?
is that like okay to talk about it though? I mean, I know it's like personal, but is it okay to like talk about that kind of stuff?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the purpose of personal narrative, is just
Okay.
kind of give the reader an insight into the author's mind and what they were feeling and what they were going through. And I think that's what your professor wants, probably just to like get to know you better and get to see, what kind of students he or she has. So.
Okay, so like what, do I need like a thesis statement?
I never discourage against thesis statements.
Okay.
Let's look in your assignment sheet and
Can you help me with that though?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Let's see what your professor says.
Hi, I'm Julia. I'll be working with you today.
Okay.
So what are we looking at?
Well, I got this big paper. It's due in 2 hours actually, and
It's pretty big.
Yeah, I just want you to go through it and correct everything.
Okay. All right. Well, actually, at the Writing Center, we usually go through your paper together, and we work together on it collaboratively, and just go through and talk about it and see what's going on with it. So what we actually have you do is go ahead and read it out loud first, and then we go back. And like I said, we can talk about anything that comes up.
Well, I mean, I don't need to do that stuff. I just need you to go through it and like fix things. So.
Yeah, well, here at the Writing Center, we do like to help people on their writing, obviously. That's what we're here for. But we're not an editing service. So we can't just sit here. Like, I can't go through and just correct everything for you. And that's not my job.
Okay, well, I mean, it's due really soon, so, I mean, all I really need to know is the grammar thing. So if you could just look through it.
Well, like I said, this isn't my paper, so I'm not allowed to just go through and rewrite it myself. We have to go through this together. So if you want, we have a list of people who do simply editing, but here at the Writing Center, we don't do that. We don't offer that as a service. So.
This meaning and distance. The most important factor is distance because ocean cut off communication between east and west.
Okay, great. Well, I had a lot of ideas about your paper, and I'm wondering, maybe you're writing to an academic audience, people like professors who have this idea about how writing should be. So maybe you should try to talk about things that aren't myths and fairy tales, and maybe since the assignment said that you should talk about artifacts, you should maybe think about something closer to those, maybe. And I also think, I also think maybe that your thesis statement might need to be a little bit tighter, a little bit more connected with the rest of the paper. If you're going to talk about several different things, I think maybe sometimes you want your thesis to kind of connect many different ideas and then talk about them later after the paper. And I think, don't you think that maybe sometimes you speak in the past tense and sometimes you speak in the present tense, and I think a lot of times we want to try to speak all in the same tense, so maybe you could do the present tense if you want to do that consistently, or maybe you want to do the past tense. It depends on what you do. You could probably do either one because I don't think your professor requires something, but I think you should probably do something consistent throughout the entire thing.
I'm just wondering, does this sentence make sense to you? Like this one, yeah.
You might consider revising it actually so that it makes a little bit more sense to the audience. I think that they are coming from a different place than you are, so I think maybe it'd be a good idea to maybe back it up a little bit so that the audience understands what you're saying. Maybe it might be a good idea to talk about, to kind of give some background and talk around it.